And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today we are reviewing Patch Quest. Patch Quest is another one of the games on the Jingle Jam Steam bundle. If you want to get on that this holiday season, all you gotta do, I've said it many times before, is do the Oxcast. $35 get you a bunch of good games to play, and it all goes to charity. So it's a really good thing to do. I would 100% recommend doing it if you get the chance to. But Patch Quest was on last year's bundle, and I got a lot of thoughts on it. So let's jump right into it, shall we? This is a little interesting game. The patch part, I get where they were going with the patch part. They incorporated it pretty well. Not like how I thought they were going to do it, though. Basically, like, the game is kind of like set, like, you're on patches and you're like going through different environments in patch form. I guess that's not really what I thought they were going to do with this game, but it turned out pretty well. I thought there's a lot of cute little creatures in this game, and I love that you can tame them. Games that you can like tame creatures and build your own little army and do all that kind of stuff always makes the game better for me. I always like doing that. That's why Far Cry Primal is one of my favorite games. Same Shadow of War, really redeeming good factor of that mixed game, in my opinion. And a few other games fit into that category too, so it's nice. I like that. Also, you can just you can walk right off of the game. It's not like in the home world. You can just walk right off the game. I know it was probably because they programmed those to be areas where you could walk to when you have enough space in your base camp. But I think it's just funny that you could do that. You can't do that when you're going through the environments and whatnot. But it's funny that they did for that. Just maybe something that they didn't fully program. I mean, it doesn't make the game bad or anything like that, but it's still pretty interesting. So also the X, when indicates X on the map, it has a double meaning. It means, one, it means your location, and two, it means areas that you can't go to yet. Why wouldn't they just use a different indicator for one of them, and so that people don't get that confused? Because I got confused about that. I'd be walking around and it would pull up the map, and I would be like, oh, I can't go here because there's an X. So I try and find a different way around, and then it'd be like, oh, now I can't go here. And then I realized that's my character. I can go anywhere. And it's just weird that they did that, in my opinion, at least. And overall, I think this game is fun but difficult, especially with the controls and they chose and how to learn them in the game. It's very fast-paced, very tight, and that can make it pretty confusing, especially since there is a tutorial, and I don't think the tutorial is bad or anything like that. I think it teaches you everything that you really need to know about the game, but it doesn't. It just kind of then just tosses you straight into the root of it all. And, that's fine. Learn by doing, I guess. But, it can be a little overwhelming and a little bit of a turnoff for some players, maybe. Be like, wow, it's just cranked up to max the whole time. Bayonetta is another good example of this, but the control scheme is a little more simple because it's just a button masher, so, and it's more fun that way. However, it doesn't make this game not fun. You just gotta be ready for it, and so it can get pretty chaotic, especially with lining up the shots. There were some ways to shoot with the ammos and stuff that I thought worked better than others. And there's definitely Hone In one is definitely an OP one, but there were some others just I play with the Steam controller, and, well, it's not a Steam controller, it's a PS4 controller, but sometimes you'd be losing this button to shoot right here, and it wouldn't really. It's not something that, I think I said this in my loud review as well. that it's just not part of your mental memory, especially if you play PlayStation games a lot. And I'm sure Xbox players and even Nintendo players would probably have the same sort of thing if they were trying to get their controllers over to Steam. But that does not take away from how I thought this game was pretty fun. One of my more favorite games on the Jingle Jam bundle so far. It was really, really fun to play. I like the creatures, and the levels are pretty expansive. And kind of reminded me of, I guess, a little bit of Little Big Planet, which is a game I have played but not reviewed yet, because I need to get over to my grandma's house and actually play it again. It's been a while. But it kind of reminded me of that, with how they took like these materialistic materials, and it's not a good way to put it, but into the settings of like a normal naturistic world, and it's done pretty well. So for my final score for Patch Quest, I'm probably going to give this one a good, I'll give it an 8. No, I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. It's not a perfect game, but I definitely enjoyed it, and I would recommend getting it if you have the chance as well, because I think you'll see that it's a pretty fun game too, and I would think you would enjoy it. So, but that's gonna do it for this review. So if you've ever played Patch Quest, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.